Okay, hello everyone, and welcome into surf yoga training. This is surfer specific yoga to make sure you are better and in shape when you get back out in the water. So we're training on land so that you can do better in the water. If you already surf and you want to get a stronger pop-up, better balance, paddling endurance, more waves in general, better rides, then you're definitely in the right place here. This is an all levels class, so do take breaks, modifications when you need those, and those will be given as well. We are live every Tuesday at 6 p.m., so come join us. We'll be working on usually one, maybe two, three of the core surf fundamentals, which are pop-up power, paddling, balance and stability, rotational strength, compression and extension, and then also breath work. So go ahead and join us in here. I also have music. You should see a link in the class description if you want to use that playlist. By all means, go ahead and use that playlist as we go. I'll let you know when to hit play on that playlist. Not yet for now. Just settle down. Been a long day, 6 p.m. here on the West Coast. See if you can find some softness, find some stillness, find yourself in a nice, comfortable seat, and we'll go from there. So sit down, work out any kinks you might have. And when you're feeling nice and ready, find softness, find stillness. Don't worry about modifying the breath just yet. For now, breathe naturally. So again, this class specifically is going to be working on pop-ups, getting your arms ready for pushing the body up, also getting the hips ready for getting your feet to your chest, getting your knee to your chest so that you can stand up, and then also some explosion so that you can get from that low squat up to your standing position. So this is a pop-up class. I would say it also kind of categorizes as paddle endurance because we are going to be working with the arms quite a bit here. But really, we're going to hit a lot of these things. Every surf fundamental is covered in every single class. Today's focus is the pop-ups. So as we sit here and we found stillness, do start to find an evenness in the breath. So same length inhale as your exhale. You can just do that by feeling it. You can also actually, count in your head if that's maybe a little bit easier for you. So go ahead and find that evenness in the breath, inhale and exhale. So for example, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just my pace right now. If you have your own pace, by all means, go ahead and do that. And we'll get started here in just a second once everyone's found a nice, even breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and find your way up onto your mat. We're gonna start in hands and knees with a little bit of cat-cow. So find your mat, hands are down, knees are down, feet are down, tabletop position, and follow that evenness that you built already with your inhales and your exhales. Every movement has an inhale and an exhale correlated to it. So inhale, arch the back, look up, exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest, push the floor away. And see if you can find that evenness in the breath. Keep going. And we'll switch over to Vyagrasana, which is tiger. So come back to a tabletop. Now, very similar, except we're just going to be moving one leg at a time here. On your next exhale, pick the right knee up, bring it into your nose, chin to chest. On the exhale again, inhale, reach the leg up and back. Keep about a 90-degree angle at the knee. Exhale, forward, bring the knee to chest, to nose, round the back. Inhale, bring that foot up and back and keep going like that. Every inhale, reaching the foot back. Every exhale, bringing the knee into the nose. If you have the capacity at the top of the inhale, at the bottom of the exhale, do hold just for a little bit. And do try to keep that evenness in breath. Next, exhale, switch legs. So right knee stays down, left knee comes to chest, comes to nose, around the back. Inhale, reach that leg up and back. Hold for a second. Exhale, around the back, knee to nose. And keep going like that on this side here for a couple of rounds. And come back into tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up, keep on the tippy toes for now into a downward facing dog. Up with the tippy toes, hips are pushed back and up. And then on an exhale, drop the ankles down to the ground and stretch out those hamstrings. In your first downward dog, feel free to do any sort of movements here. Work out the kinks, pedal out the legs. Find that evenness in breath. That is what we're going to be working on for the whole class here. At least our mental challenge. All right, and on your next inhale, come up and forward to plank position. Hold for a breath or two. Nice straight back here, pushing the floor away with the hands. Engage all the fingers. Exhale back to downward facing dog. One more time on an inhale, reach forward, come into plank. Push the ground away. Engage the core. And exhale back to downward facing dog. One more time here. Inhale, come forward into plank. Hold for one breath. Exhale, drop everything down to the ground, chest to ground, feet untucked. And we're going to take a Bhujangasana, low cobra pose here. So hands and arms are parallel to each other. We are arching the back here. Hips are pushing into the ground. Feet are pushing into the ground. We're engaging our core. We're engaging our bum, our hamstrings just a little bit here. And take a couple of nice, even belly breaths. So what you're feeling in your lower back, what you're feeling in your bum, around that area, the psoas area, that's a lot like what you feel when you're paddling on your board. So it's really good to kind of understand where your muscles are at, where your joints, your ligaments are at in this position. So a couple more breaths here, just holding that low cobra Bhujangasana, also known as Sphinx pose. And I always like to bend my knees when I come out of this if I've been in this for a couple of breaths. So it kind of takes a lot of the weight off the lower back. So if you need to bend the knees and come up back into child's pose. And then we'll do a little bit of a dynamic um, upward facing dog, low cobra, back to child's pose. So on every inhale, we're going to come out from child's pose into a low cobra. Just a nice, easy one. Make sure to engage the glutes, the psoas area, the legs a little bit here. And on every exhale, back to child's pose. So a couple of those in even rhythm. Inhale forward, low cobra. Exhale, child's pose. And next time you're in child's pose, you can just kind of sit up onto the shins here, facing up. We'll do a little moon salutation, maybe two, maybe three rounds or so, just to kind of get the body moving in a vinyasa type of style. We'll do a couple of vinyasas as well before we get into the main part of the practice where we're really working on doing push-ups and getting up to our feet. So on your next inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward into child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, look up, arch the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop, arch the back, look up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, stand up on the shins, on the knees here, hands to waist. Engage the glutes. Exhale, arch back. Just a slight arch for now. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can go further, but do keep it easy for now. Inhale, bring the chest back up. Raise the arms, sit on the shins. Exhale, fold forward into child's pose. So one more just like that. Inhale, look up, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, stand up onto the shins, hands to waist. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale, bring the torso up, sit on the shins, hands come up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop, look up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Stay here. At the base of your next exhale, bring the left leg forward. Drop the right knee down, the back knee down, and come up into a low crescent pose here, or low lunge. So keep the hands down for now. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink into the front knee. Next inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach up and back. Get a little bit of arch there. And then exhale, fold forward, back to downward facing dog. Before your next inhale, other side, right foot comes forward, back knee to the ground. Inhale, bring the torso up, hands to the side. Exhale, sink into that front leg. Inhale, hands up, reach up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach up and back, slight arch here. And exhale, fold forward, back to downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. We'll do one more of those. So on an inhale, come to tabletop, look up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale up onto the shins, hands to the back, and we'll take a little bit longer in our back bend here, just a couple of breaths. So on your next exhale, engage the glutes, engage the legs and the core, lean back, arch the back. Stay here for a breath, maybe two. And on an inhale, bring the arms up, sit on the shins. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, look up. Exhale, child's pose. And then bring that left foot forward again. Drop the right knee to the mat. And this time, come into a half Hanumanasana. So we're stretching the left leg out. We're bringing the hips back instead of forward. And on an inhale, come up into your low lunge. Exhale, back to half Hanumanasana. Inhale, up with the arms. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Other side, right leg comes forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, half Hanumanasana. Bring the hips back, straighten up the right leg. Inhale into your low lunge. Exhale, Hanumanasana. Half split here. Inhale, come up, hands up. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Couple more sun salutations now, just stepping it up one level. If you can jump up to your hands, that's great. If you have to step or walk, that's also great. Modifications, if you are jumping back to Chaturanga, to upward dog, and then downward dog, by all means, that's up to you if you want to take those variations. If you want to skip Chaturanga up dog completely, that's totally fine. Just step back for downward dog, take an extra breath or two there while everyone kind of meets up in the same place. So again, skip the chaturanga or add it, depending on where you're at today. From downward facing dog, on your next exhale, jump, step, walk up to the front of the mat. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise the hands up, look up, slight arch in the back here. Exhale, hands to the side. So we'll do a couple of sun salutations here just to get the body moving, to get everything ready. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up and touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, through chaturanga or step straight to downward facing dog. And on your next exhale, jump, step, walk up to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up and touch. Exhale, hands down at the sides. One more just like this. Take a breath. On your next inhale, reach the arms up, look up and touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, arch the back. And exhale back to downward facing dog or through chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. We'll meet in downward dog. So from here, we'll do a little bit of dynamic three-legged dog stuff to plank variations to help out with the strength that we need for push-ups. We should be pretty warm at this point in time. So on your next inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Keep the hips nice and squared here. And on your next exhale, drop that foot to the ground. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. And on your next exhale, drop that foot down back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring that knee forward into plank. Bring the knee outside the right elbow. Inhale, reach that foot back. Exhale, same thing except knee to nose, round the back, push the floor away. Inhale, reach up. You guessed it, same thing except twisting right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach back and up. Exhale, foot to the ground. Same thing, other side. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, plank. Inhale, reach that left foot up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, arch the back, push the ground away. Inhale, reach the foot up and back. Exhale, bring that left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, reach the foot up and back. Exhale, foot to the ground. Take a breath here. And we will go through another sun salutation with the same type of three-legged dog variations to those plank variations. So on your next exhale, jump, step, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the chest up, the arms up, look up and touch. Exhale, hands to your side. Take a breath here. And on your next inhale, reach the hands up, look up and touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Again, through Chaturanga, upward facing dog, if that's how you want to do this today. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Okay. So same thing as we did last time with the three-legged dog, except our three-legged dog is going to be a little bit different. So on an inhale, reach that right foot up and back. Open the hip out to the side. Torso faces the right. Foot, the toes on your right foot face the right. And open the left chest here. Couple of breaths. Everything is extending out through that right leg, through your arms, and even the bottom leg, all limbs extending here. Couple of breaths. And exhale, foot to the ground. Next inhale, left leg reaches up and back, open out to the side, reach that left heel up and away. All limbs reaching away from each other here. Open the chest out to the left. And on your next exhale, foot to ground, downward facing dog. Now those same plank variations, but each time we do a three-legged dog, it's going to be just like the one we just did, where we're facing out to the side. So as an example, inhale, reach the foot out to the side. Exhale, bring that knee to the right elbow. Inhale, reach out to the side. Exhale, bring that knee into chest, arch the back. Inhale, reach out to the side. On a three-legged dog, exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, reach that foot out and to the side and back. Exhale, foot to the ground. We'll do the other side now. So inhale, left leg reaches up and out to the side. Exhale, square the hips, bring the knee to the elbow, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, reach up, out to the side. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, arch the back. Inhale, reach the foot out to the side and away. Exhale, left elbow to left knee. Inhale, reach the foot out to the side. And exhale, foot to the ground. So we're in downward facing dog. One more of these types of sequences. On your next exhale, jump step, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up and touch. Exhale, hands to the chest, hands to your side. Take a breath or two here before we do one more round of those. And on your next inhale, reach the hands up, look up and touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, arch the back. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. You can go through Chaturanga, up dog, if you'd like. And one more time with these variations in three-legged dog. On an inhale, reach the right foot up, open it out to the side as before, except this time we're also bending the right knee, the top knee, so that your right foot is up over the body and reaching towards the ground. Foot should be not really engaged here, should just kind of drop towards the ground. As you inhale, exhale evenly. If you can still do that at this point, that is major props, but that is still something that we're working on. And exhale, bring that right foot down to the ground. On your next inhale, left leg reaches up, faces out to the side, and then bend the knee. So you can see my foot is just dropping towards the ground here. It's not engaged, it's just kind of falling over. And exhale, bring that foot down. Back to downward facing dog. So same thing as before, we'll go through that three-legged dog into our plank variation. So on your next inhale, reach the foot up and back, bend the knee. Exhale, bring that knee to your right elbow, plank. Inhale, up and back, bend the knee. Exhale, bring that knee to nose, arch, or round the back. Inhale, same thing, three-legged dog, bent knee, and then knee to opposite elbow, left elbow. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, foot to ground. Next inhale, reach the left leg up, turn it out to the side, bend the knee. Exhale, come forward into plank, knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach the leg back, over. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach the foot up and back. Exhale, knee to other elbow. Inhale, reach the foot up and back. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here if you need child's pose. And on your next exhale, jump, step, walk towards the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, look up and touch. Exhale, arms to the side. Take a couple of breaths here. So that was kind of the first chunk warm-up section. We're going to do a couple of sun salutation Bs here with warrior 1, warrior 2, and warrior 3 with some forward folds kind of mixed in between those. So take a couple of breaths here. And on your next inhale, reach the arms, sink the hips into chair pose, Utkatasana. Hold this for a breath. Try to sink down, but also keep the back with a nice arch. Hands are facing straight up. Shoulders are pulling down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. And on your next exhale, bring the left foot forward, drop the back foot, the right foot down at an angle. Inhale, come up into warrior 1. Exhale, sink into the front leg. Next, inhale, look up if you can, touch if you can. It's okay if you can't here. On your exhale, come back to downward facing dog. You can go through Chaturanga if you'd like, or straight back to down dog. Next, exhale, bring the right foot forward, drop the back foot, left foot down at an angle. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Exhale, sink into the front leg. Inhale, look up, reach up and touch if that's accessible for you. If not, totally fine. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. On your next exhale, jump step, walk up to the front of the mat, look up on an inhale, and on an exhale, stay down, move the feet about hips distance apart here, and then just forward fold, let everything hang. Hands can be at the floor, hands can be wrapped around the elbows, whatever feels good here, just a nice easy forward fold. And on an inhale, you can bend the knees slightly, just roll everything up vertebra by vertebra until you are standing. Bring the feet to touch, toes touching, heels are slightly apart here. And on your next inhale, sink the hips into Utkatasana. Stay here for a breath, chair pose. And on your next exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. This time on your exhale, reach the left foot forward. Drop the back foot down. You're about heel to heel here. We're coming up into warrior two. So windmill the arms up into a warrior two. Exhale, sink into the front leg. Stay here for a couple of breaths. You really want the feet to kind of be coming together underneath your body, kind of pulling in towards your center. And on an exhale, come forward, hands down, back to downward facing dog, however you want to get there. And after your next exhale, go ahead, bring the right foot forward, come up into warrior two with the right foot in front. On your exhale, sink further into that warrior. Traction those feet together here. See if you can contain an even breath. Same length inhale as your exhale. Next exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Come back into downward facing dog. And on your next exhale, jump, step, or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, fold forward, stay here, open the feet up about hips distance apart here. This time we're grabbing the big toes with your first two fingers, the index finger and the middle finger. On an inhale, look up, arch the back a little bit if you can, and then exhale, fold over your legs. I like to pretend that I'm trying to pull my big toes out straight in front of me. So straight out in front of me towards the top of the mat is the way I'm pulling my big toes to get a little bit deeper into the back in this stretch here. Nice and easy. Forward fold. Forward folds are probably the best counter for surfers since we have so much time spent with our backs arched on the board and moving our arms around, that forward folds can really release a lot of tension in the back. And on your next inhale, release that. Bend the knees a little bit and roll up vertebra by vertebra until you are standing. If you're not at the front of your mat, come to the front of the mat. Bring the toes together, heels slightly apart. Take a breath here. Inhale, sink the hips, sit into Utkatasana, chair pose. Hold for a breath here. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. On your next exhale, bring the left foot up to the front of the mat. See if you can balance. If you need to keep your fingers down until you get more into warrior three, that's totally fine. But if you can just balance from downward dog, stick that foot into your chest here and then lift everything. Hands can be at prayer position. Hands can be out back in airplane. Or they can be forward. Whichever feels right for you today. Apparently nothing feels right for me today. Whatever feels good for you, just a couple of breaths here. And exhale, hands to the ground, back to downward facing dog, again through Chaturanga if that's what you've been doing, or if you need a break from that, straight to downward dog, whatever makes the most sense for you here. And on your next exhale, right foot comes forward, stick the knee into your chest here, and then just come up onto that right leg. Warrior three, again, hands can be at prayer. They can be airplane out to the side or forward, whatever floats your boat. And exhale back to downward facing dog. On your next exhale, jump, step, walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward, stay here. Move the feet about hips distance apart now. And we are going to take the hands and stand on them. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the feet so that the toes are kind of in the wrists creases. The hands are facing up. And don't worry if you need to bend your knees here, that's totally normal. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Do try to stand a little bit into your toes here. Gives you a really nice wrist stretch. If you have trouble with your wrists when you're trying to do your push-ups, this is great for that. And on your next inhale, bend the knees, roll up the spine, one vertebra by vertebra at a time. Come to standing, take a breath here. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the sides. We haven't done a whole lot of sides or twists yet, so we need to make sure that we cover those, as this is a big part of any surf session, is really get into these areas. And those twists can also help with things like pop-ups, the flexibility that you need in your torso for these things. So on your next inhale, sink the hips, chair pose, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, meet me in downward facing dog. On your next exhale, left foot comes to the front of the mat. We're coming into warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. So go ahead and get your feet set up. Front foot comes forward, back foot flat to the ground, angled slightly forward, and arms out. Make sure you take a nice inhale and exhale, sink into the front leg here. On your next inhale, reach the right arm down, back, the back of the right foot, the right leg, and reach the left arm up and over for a breath or two here. On your next inhale, straighten the front foot up so you're in more of like a triangle stance. Come up with the hands out and a triangle. If you need to move your feet a little bit closer for a triangle, do so. If not, keep it nice and wide here. Arms out. And on an exhale, cut the hips back. So you see the hips here, we're cutting the hips back as we reach out over the front leg. Hand comes to leg, shin, foot, ground, and come into your triangle pose here. So one of the cues that I like for this one is you're trying to fit yourself in between two planks of plywood or a plank of glass. So you really want to get yourself skinny in this pose so that you're facing more or less straight up vertically. Trikonasana. Now, if you have to come out of triangle in order to do this, that's totally fine. However, you can get to half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, that's where we're going next. So I like to just bend the front knee a little bit, reach the left hand forward, and then pick the right leg up, come into half moon. Right hand reaches up, right foot reaches up and out, left hand to the ground. And bring that foot back into a nice long stance, almost like a warrior two stance again, if you want to come through warrior two. That's how I like to do it, but we're going to come into a side angle here. So once you're in warrior two, just reach that front hand out and down. Your forearm can come to thigh, your hand can come to the ground. However, you are getting a stretch here. The right arm comes up and over. So one very long line from your right foot all the way through the tip of your right fingers. Side angle. Should feel a nice psoas stretch here in your right side psoas. You should feel really a lot of stretch in the right side of the body, just in general here. And from here, we can inhale, come up into warrior. Exhale, bring the hands down, back to downward facing dog. Again, if you want to go through chaturanga, that's all you. If not, just straight back to downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. So on your next exhale, bring the right foot forward, come up into warrior two, facing or with the other foot forward, sink into that front leg, get a couple of breaths here in warrior two. Next, inhale, reach the left hand down the back leg, right arm up and over. Next, inhale, straighten the front foot up so you are in reverse triangle now. Inhale, come up, cut the hips back, reach the right arm out and over into triangle. If you need to shorten the stance a bit, by all means, go ahead and do that. And work on getting yourself into that nice vertical plane. There is a lot of work in the core and the side of the core here when we're surfing rotation, when we're standing up, we're pumping, when we're doing our push-ups to get to our feet. Really, it's all integrated with the core. So we really want to make sure that we're getting all these types of movements covered. Now, bend the front knee again. If you have to come up to standing to get here, that's fine, but bend the front knee if you can from here. Right hand comes out in front of the right foot and then up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand reaches up, left foot reaches up and out. And we come down into a nice wide stance. If you want to hit warrior two one more time, totally fine, but we are going into side angle. So reach that right hand up and forward. Right forearm can come to your right thigh or to the ground, and then left arm up and over. And on an inhale, we come up, back into warrior two. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back into downward facing dog. On your next exhale, jump, step, or walk up to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come through chair pose, so Utkatasana. Exhale, hands up, look up and touch. And exhale, hands to the side. Take a breath here. Excuse me. All right, so we'll do some twists here with warrior three as the beginning. So on your next inhale, sink the hips, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, meet me in downward facing dog. On your next exhale, left foot comes forward, hands are down, lift the back foot up, the right foot up, Hands can come to prayer, hands can come to airplane, or in front Superman style. And on an exhale, fold forward into standing splits here. So fold over the left leg. If you want to grab the left leg with your hands, with one hand, with both hands, go for it. Otherwise, just keep your hands on the ground. Try to lift that floating leg up higher. And exhale, bring that foot down, step it back into your into a kind of a mountain pose. So you have your feet staggered. The right foot is facing up towards the front of the mat at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, look up. Exhale, we're going to take the right hand down the left leg into twisted triangle. So left hand is up, right hand is down, left foot is forward, right foot is back. The hips here are more or less squared. You do want to keep them about squared here. You want to be pushing into the ball of your left foot, getting a really nice hamstring stretch while you are also twisting on your exhales. And on your next inhale, again, if you have to come up to get to this, totally fine. Otherwise, just bend the front knee here. Reach the back foot up so that it's floating, and then twisted half moon. So right hand down, left hand up. You should have your left foot on the ground and your right hand on the ground. If you need a block, that's totally acceptable here. I need a block for most of these as well. Right foot floats, left arm comes up. Every exhale, you're just twisting a little bit deeper. Parita Ardha Chandrasana. And on your next inhale, come back into a low lunge. Just drop the back foot, drop the back knee here into a low lunge. We'll be doing a twist. Turn around, show you guys. We're in this position, low lunge, like we were at the beginning of the class. This time we're on an inhale, we're gonna reach the right arm up. Exhale, twist that right arm over the left leg in a nice twist. Hands can be at prayer. You can bring the right hand down and the left hand up. Maybe a bind if you want to go there. If you want to tuck the back toes, lift the back leg. Give yourself a little bit more intensity here. Whatever you're doing, just a low lunge with the twist to the left. Every exhale, a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, let that go. Hands come to ground, come back into downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So when you are ready, if you need to take a child's pose, go for it. And when you are ready, right leg forward, come up into warrior three. So that is hands to chest, hands at airplane, hands out in front, left leg is lifted. Standing splits, so fold over the right foot. Hands can come down. Left foot reaches up. Hands can come to foot, one hand, two hands. Just this nice standing split forward fold. And then bring that left foot down, come into that twisted triangle preposition here. So that's the right foot is forward, slight bend in the right knee here. Left foot is angled towards the front of the mat. You're not really heel to heel here. You have some space in between the heels. On an inhale, reach the left leg or the left arm up. Exhale, left arm comes down the right shin to the ankle, to the foot, to the floor. If you don't get that far, that's totally fine. You can have the hand on the knee or on the thigh. If you need a block here, you can go for that as well. But twisted triangle. Every exhale, a little bit deeper into your twist. And again, if you have to come up from this, by all means, go for it. If you're down here in twisted triangle, just make sure you're bending the front leg here. Left hand comes in front of the right foot. Step up onto the right foot. Left foot comes up floating. Right arm comes up floating. So again, left hand on the ground, right foot on the ground, right arm to the sky, as well as your left leg to the sky, twisted half moon. And on your next exhale, bring your hands down, bring the foot down, bring the knee down, come into a low lunge here. Bring the torso up. Same thing that you did on the other side. Please do it on this side so that you are at least even. Left arm reaches up on an inhale. Exhale, left arm comes over to the right thigh. Hands can come together at prayer here. Lots of variations for you. Hands can be apart. Left hand down, right arm up. You can go for the bind if you have that. You can also tuck the back toes, lift the back leg, and twist. Every exhale, twist just a little bit deeper. Okay. Come out of that, come down, back to downward facing dog. Do drop the knees here. Come to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here in child's pose. Take a little rest. We have reached our peak posture for the day. We've got about 13 minutes left here, so we'll get to the peak posture here. We'll have a nice little cool down, Shavasana, and that will be our 75-minute class. Take a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, come forward to the front of the mat. However you want to get there, come to standing at the front of your mat. So peak pose today is flying pigeon. There are a lot of steps in order to get to this pose. So if you are in one step and you don't think you can go farther, then just stay in that step for the whole process, for the whole posture, and do the same thing on the other side. Be good to your body, be kind to your body. Whatever you might need might be different today than what you thought at the beginning of class. or yesterday or last month, whatever it is, just feel in, make sure everything is good before you go all the way into a flying pigeon. Now, we are going to reach the right foot up, open the hip, put the right ankle over the left knee. So we're in a kind of figure four position. Hands for now can come to prayer. If this is good, then just go ahead and just bend into the left knee and get a nice workout here. If you have more in you, you can fold forward over the knee, and you can even bring the hands down to the ground. So you should be feeling a nice, big outer right hip opener. Hands to the ground. You can also straighten the left leg to get a really yummy hamstring stretch in here. And fold the torso in to keep that pigeon stretch going. Now, if you want to do flying pigeon, hands can come flat on the ground. You're going to use your upper arms as kind of like a shelf so that you can lean into them. Lean your right shin on that shelf and then lift the back leg up. If you can lift the back leg up, you can also extend it up and out. So go ahead, figure out what works best for you, and stay there for a couple of breaths. If you can find evenness in your breath at this point, that's extra credit right there. Pretty tough to do that at this point. And you come out the same way you came in. So when you're ready to come out, just come out the same way you came in, hands down. Raise the torso up. If you're still working on that, fine. However, we will move over to the other side now. So when you're standing, same thing, other side. What did we do first? We did left leg down. So right leg planted, left leg up and over. Figure four, hands to chest. Sink down. If this is good, stay here. If you want more, you can lean over, hands to ground. Shin makes that nice platform for you here. And if you want full flying pigeon, lean into the hands, lean that shin up onto the shelf, and then reach your back foot up and away. I think this pose is probably the ultimate pop-up pose. If you really want to get good at pop-ups, then you want to get deep into your flying pigeon. It's doing a lot of things at the same time. You are literally in an arm balance, so you're working with strength to get your torso up. And then you are also really opening the hips and the legs here so that you can make sure you get that knee to your chest during your pop-up, and then you can stand up from there. So I do think that this is like one of the best postures for pop-ups, and working with that on a regular basis can really help get you to where you want to go, standing up on a wave super, super fast. So when you're ready, come out the same way you came in. You should be standing at the front of the mat here. Nice little cool down. We'll do a little sun salutation to get to the ground. So inhale, look up, reach up and touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, arch the back. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. However you want to get there. If you're still throwing in chaturangas, extra points for you. So we're in downward dog now. Do a nice little lizard stretch. This is really good for pop-ups as well. So left foot comes forward, land the foot outside your hands. Bring the right knee to the ground. And then just look up. This is a really good stretch right here. You should be feeling it in your psoas on the right side, the inside of the left hip. If you want more, you can come down onto your elbows. One variation that I really like to do is I like to get my left shoulder underneath my left leg, put my hand here, my left hand on my right, I'm sorry, my left hand on my left foot, and then come down onto my right elbow. Hands come together and then just sink in here. We're literally trying to pull the chest through the legs here so that we can put our head down on the outside of the left foot. Not a lot of people will quite get there. I might never get there, but that's the direction we're going, and that's where you really feel the stretch. So sit here in this lizard, take a couple of nice, even, easy breaths. And on your next exhale, hands to the ground, push up and back. Easily find your way into downward facing dog. We'll do the other side. The right foot comes forward, lands outside the hands, back leg down. You can untuck the toes, stay here for a nice stretch, come down onto the elbows. Or if you want to do the lizard variation that we just did on the other side, right shoulder comes underneath the right leg, hand to foot, left hand on top of the hand. So we got a foot with two hands stacked on top of it. And then we're reaching the torso between the legs, trying to get up and under those legs so that we can land our head on the outside of the right foot. Again, very ambitious. If you can't do that, it's totally cool. Don't worry about it. If you can, holy crap, probably feels really good. And on your next exhale, come out, come back to downward facing dog. However you want to get to your back, if you want to jump through the hands or just kind of sit down and bring the knees through, come down onto your back. And we'll do a nice happy baby here. Grab the outside of your feet with your hands. See if you can get your lower back to touch the ground or at least move in that direction and then pull the feet down towards the ground. You can also do Baddha Konasana in this variation. So you can also bring the heels together and then just pull on the feet into your torso. And you can switch between the two, happy baby, happy Baddha Konasana. And when you're feeling nice and easy here, go ahead and take your Shavasana. So let everything go onto the mat, legs out, hands out, and just relax here. Let the breath go, let the mind go. Shavasana literally means corpse pose. So that is what we aim to do here. Act like a corpse and do nothing, think nothing, just be in the moment. Okay, so we have about a minute left. If you want to stay in Shavasana, you should be at home. So if you've got the space, if you've got the time to do that, by all means, you can stay in Shavasana. If not, you can come up and sit up for one Om. So if you are sitting up here, hands to chest, hands at prayer at your chest, take an inhale and one Om on the exhale. Om. Thank you for coming to class here. Again, this is yoga for the 7 surf fundamentals. This class was on pop-ups. Next week, we will do something different, probably paddling to get started. So yeah, if you want to join me every Tuesday at 6, and we will have modules up here for a course in short order so that we can actually do the modules as coursework on demand. So keep an eye out for that. Hope you come back and join me for some more surf yoga. Thank you for coming. See you next time.